we haven't done one of these videos for quite a while, and so it just seems like a good time for us to just have a conversation, for me to just share a little bit of an update with you here while we have some time. I want to just start by saying a big thank you to all of you for just your ongoing understanding as we just try to navigate through all of the changes that COVID is bringing into our life as a church. It's a difficult time. You know that, and I know that. But we just continue to experience God's guidance and His wisdom whenever we need it, and that's been so good. I'm so grateful for your prayers and for our church leadership team for the ways that they're trying to provide guidance to our church right now. You know, one of the big challenges of COVID is all of the changes, all of those disruptions that it brings into our lives. Right now, there are many tensions that we're all wrestling with. We know that relationships are important, that they really matter. But there are now these limitations on how that can happen. And that's a tension for us, and it's not easy. We are all feeling the losses, and we're feeling the griefs that COVID brings into our lives. Some of you know that Coralie and I, we have a big neighborhood Christmas party every year, and this year we've had to cancel that. We usually have 30 or 40 of our neighbors over for Christmas, and that won't be able to happen this year. And for us, that's a loss. We're sad about that. But it's causing us to find some new ways to share our love and God's love for our neighbors this Christmas. Many of you are doing the same kind of things. We're all finding these new ways to connect and to celebrate with each other. Well, the reason I wanted to speak with you today is just to discuss some of the new provincial guidelines that were given to churches just this past week. We have all been watching the COVID case numbers and the deaths in our province continue to rise higher and higher. Just this past week in our family, a student in our son's class at school was diagnosed with COVID, and that meant the whole class had to go home and isolate for 2 weeks. You know, earlier this week, our province gave some new restrictions, some new guidelines that impact our church, that impact us here at Bethel Church. And I want to just start by saying that I am so thankful that we can continue to meet together here as a church. That hasn't changed. That hasn't been canceled or stopped. A lot of what we've already been doing here on Sunday mornings is just going to continue. It's going to carry on the way we've been doing it. We can meet here on Sunday mornings, and we're going to still send out an online worship video every weekend, and we're grateful that both of these can still keep happening. And I really want you to hear this. I want you to know that you have a wide open invitation. If you want to be here on Sunday mornings, then come. Then come and join us and be here in our building. We would love to have you here. We may have a limitation with our capacity, but come anyways. And if we have to, we're going to follow the guidelines, and we're going to find a way to make things work for everyone to be here that wants to be. We already have some good ideas of how to manage that if that's what's going to be required. If you're comfortable to be here on Sunday morning and you want to be here on Sunday mornings, then please know that you are welcome and that you are invited. And when you come, many of those same guidelines that we've had in place, they're going to continue to be here just the way that they had been before. When you come, we're going to ask that you please avoid physical contact with each other, avoid handshakes and hugs. We're going to ask that you keep your distance, 6 feet distance, at all times from people that are not from your household. We're going to ask you to just stay home and watch our video if you're not feeling well or if you're sick. One new guideline from the province is about wearing face masks. Face masks will now be required when we attend our Sunday services here at Bethel Church. And we know, and I know, that face masks are a challenging issue for many people. And so we want to make sure that you're prepared and that you understand this new requirement before you arrive here. When you come to our Sunday morning service, we're asking you to be prepared to wear a mask when you arrive, right until you leave. Now, one challenge to all of this with face masks is that here in Mountain View County, we are currently in what's called an open region. This means that in an open region, masks are recommended, but they aren't mandatory. However, just a few days ago, on Tuesday, Mountain View County was considered an enhanced region. And in an enhanced region, masks are required in our worship services and for you to attend church. So in the area that we are living in, this seems to be changing almost day to day. We can go from an open region to an enhanced region and then back to open again just over a matter of days. So what this means is that we won't know whether masks are going to be mandatory or not until you arrive here on Sunday morning. So for that reason, we're just saying that all of you that come to our Sunday morning services need to be prepared to wear a mask when you arrive here. We'll communicate as quickly as we can whether that's going to be required or not once you get here. I know that leaves things a little bit unclear and uncertain, and I want you to know, that we understand that these are big decisions for all of you. Our council and our pastors and our staff, we are praying for you as you decide what is going to be best for you and for your situation. I've been thinking of just a short little verse from Colossians chapter 3. Colossians 3 verse 15 is a prayer, and here's what it says. It says, "Let the peace of Christ rule in your hearts, since as members of one body you were called to peace." And it says, "And be thankful." It is possible for the peace of Christ to rule in our hearts during this very difficult time. We all feel these tensions. We all feel these losses. But we also know that God is with us, that He will guide us, and that He can use all that is happening right now for His glory. Thank you for the ways that you come through these doors with this heart to serve one another when you're here. Thank you for the ways that you just love being together. We love being together on Sunday mornings. It's a family time, a church family time in our week. Thank you for the ways that I know many of you are just seeking to draw near to God right now. I hope to see you here on Sunday morning. I'm looking forward because this Sunday is the first Sunday of Advent, one of the highlights of the year. We're going to kick off the Christmas season. I hope you can come and be part of it. God bless you all. We're praying for you, and just thank you for the ways that you're praying for everyone here at the church. God bless you.